is the African News Update on top Accolade News. Tonight we take you on a journey across borders and headlines, from courtrooms rewriting laws to leaders returning to power, to races on water that signal the future. These are snapshots of a moving world, where politics, people and possibility intersect. The headlines: South Africa court rules equal parental leave for mothers and fathers. Tundulisu treason trial opens. Mutharika sworn in as Malawi's president. Kenya sets up wealth and infrastructure funds. Let's start in South Africa, where the Constitutional Court has ruled that all new parents are entitled to equal parental leave, striking down laws that granted mothers 4 months and fathers only 10 days as unconstitutional and discriminatory. The unanimous decision allows parents to divide the leave as they choose, marking a landmark shift for gender equality and family rights. The case stemmed from a 2023 lower court ruling that found sections of the Basic Conditions of Employment Act and the Unemployment Insurance Fund Act unjust. In a society still shaped by old divisions, the court clarifies that parenting is not a privilege of gender, but a shared right of love and responsibility. As South Africa reshapes family futures, Tanzania grapples with the fight for political freedom. Tanzanian opposition leader Tundu Lissu went on trial for treason in Dar es Salaam on Monday. Weeks before election, his Chadema party has been barred from contesting. Prosecutors accuse him of inciting rebellion, while Lissu, who survived the 2017 assassination attempt, insists the charges are politically motivated. The court has banned his live coverage, and reports emerge of supporters being beaten outside the courtroom. Right Group says the case reflects shrinking political freedoms under President Samia Suluhu Hassan, once praised for reforms but now criticized for silencing rivals. In Tanzania today, the ballot box seems guarded not by voters but by bars. While Tanzania silences opposition, Malawi turns to a veteran leader to spark renewal. Malawi's newly sworn-in President Peter Mutharika vowed to fight corruption, revive the struggling economy and tackle food and fuel shortages as the country reels from drought, cyclone damage and soaring inflation. The 85-year-old former leader, who previously governed from 2014 to 2020, cautioned Malawians to expect hard work, tough and painful decisions, rather than easy fixes, as he called for foreign investment and stronger international partnerships. With citizens desperate for relief and the cost of grain already easing, Mutharika's return signals both resolve and risk. In his words, the honeymoon of looting government is over, but whether Malawi's long hunger for change will finally be fed remains to be seen. From Malawi's leadership reboot to Kenya's economic reset, the focus shifts to bold financial moves. Kenyan President William Ruto announced plans to establish a sovereign wealth fund and an infrastructure fund to boost farming, power generation and development while avoiding the heavy borrowing that has strained public finances. The move will be supported by a new privatization law, starting with the sales of shares in Kenya Pipeline Company, expected to raise about $1 billion, with debt repayment consuming a large share of state revenue. Ruto framed the initiative as a safeguard for future generations. You're watching the African News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. As the world races to secure critical minerals for the green energy transition, the Democratic Republic of Congo is drawing a hard line on its most prized resources, cobalt. Democratic Republic of Congo President Felix Tshisekedi has warned that cobalt exporters who breach the country's new quota system face permanent exclusion as Africa's top producer seeks to curb fraud and stabilize prices. Congo, which supplies 70% of the world's cobalt, froze exports earlier this year A move to Shekidi said helped prices rebound 92%. Starting October 16, miners will be limited to quota-based shipment of 18,125 tons for the remainder of 2025, rising to nearly 100,000 tons annually from 2026. While Glencore backs the system and CMOC opposes it, Tshisekedi insists it will give Congo leverage over a market long dominated by foreign interests. In Kinshasa's new playbook, cobalt isn't just a mineral, it's power. From Congo's economic flex to Somalia's violent reality, we pivot to a capital under fire. Somali security forces killed 7 al-Shabaab militants after a group stormed a heavily guarded prison in Mogadishu on Saturday in a 6-hour siege marked by explosions and gunfire. The government confirmed no inmates escaped, though dozens were wounded and rushed to hospitals, according to ambulance services. The attack, condemned by the African Union as cowardly, came just hours after roadblocks protecting key government sites were lifted, highlighting Somalia's fragile balance between easing daily life and maintaining security. To Nigeria's lately spotlight, we shift to a cultural crown. Imisi, the 23-year-old fashion designer and actress from Oyo State, has been crowned winner of Big Brother Naija Season 10, walking away with the 150 million naira grand prize after 10 weeks of drama, rivalry, and entertainment. Dubbed the Queen of Vibes, Imisi charmed fans with her authenticity and energy, earning the loyalty of her fan base, the Imi Stars, who powered her to victory. She becomes the 4th woman to win the reality show, joining a legacy of fan-favorite champions. In a season marked by schemes and betrayals, Imisi proved that sometimes realness beats strategy. Finally, in sports, Lagos hosts Africa's first electric boat Grand Prix. Lagos made history this weekend as the Lagos Lagoon hosted Africa's first ever E1 electric powerboat Grand Prix, with Team Brazil securing the maiden victory of the 2025 season. The all-electric racebirds, backed by celebrity owners, dazzled fans as they soared above the water in a showcase of speed and sustainability. Organizers hailed the event as a milestone for African motorsport, with Lagos officials projecting $100 million in tourism gains. More than just a race, the spectacle underscored a powerful message. The future of motorsport is as clean as it is thrilling. 8 stories, 1 thread. A continent and a world refusing to stand still. Laws are rewritten, leaders tested, cities challenged, and new champions crowned. Change is loud, sometimes fragile, sometimes fierce, but always undeniable. And as the headlines fade, the message remains: history is happening now. I am Mojo Romeo Kocha, and this is the African News Update on Top Accolade News, keeping you connected to the pulse of the continent.